Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skyazrael.com for life coaching and mentoring. On my website, go follow the link, you'll find it. You can get chapter 1 for free of the latest book that I just wrote, The Art of Survival, Building Strength Through Suffering. I'm really proud of this book and I think it's going to help a lot of people. So go check it out. I'll send you the first chapter just for free. The rest of the book will be available soon. I want to talk to the young guys on this video. I know I have a lot of old men that follow me for some reason. I don't know how I got all these old guys following me, but you guys can watch too. This video I really do want to target to the younger guys though. And I want to make a case for marriage to you young guys. I want to encourage marriage as a goal, as a life goal, as a value to young guys. If you don't have that as a value, as one of your goals in your list of goals, you should have a list of goals. That should be on your list of goals. And it shouldn't be on your list of goals for 20 years down the road. Oh, I'll get married sometime before I'm dead. Get married soon. Marry young. I think that the perfect age range to get married is between 22 and 27. That's the perfect time to get married. Start a family by 30. That way, by the time you hit 30, you're ready to start pumping out some kids. You're buckling down with your position. Maybe you've worked at your job for a few years and you've already reached manager. If you're pushing 30 and you're still on a minimum wage job, there's something wrong with your drive. You may not be driven enough. I do coaching and I can help you with this kind of stuff. I'm not saying that everybody at age 30 should be rich. I'm not saying that everybody at age 30 should be a CEO or Jay-Z or some shit. But you've been working now since you were 18. Some of you may have been working since you were 14. So if you got a job when you were 14, 15, and now you're 30, that's 15 years in the workforce, you should be making more than minimum wage. I know a guy's wife, his wife is working at a fast food place. She's making minimum wage and she's 45 years old. She's never once ever in her life, ever made above minimum wage. That's a problem. That's a psychological problem. And I'm not kidding. I'm not just being judgmental. It's a serious, serious issue. I want to make a case for you guys to get married and to give up on this idea of the single life. I want to make a case for you guys to settle down and to have what would have been for 1965 a traditional value, a normal value system for people. Not that I'm trying to bring you back in time, but see, after 1965, America changed, and we had this postmodernist movement that really came in full force. It had been building and building over many decades, but the late 60s, it really came into play, and with what really changed people's outlook on relationships and really destroyed the institution of marriage was the sexual revolution. Now, I'm not going to try to make a bunch of controversial misogynistic statements about women and the sexual revolution, because there were aspects of the sexual revolution which were very necessary and liberating for women. But there was some parts of it which I think were misguided, which have proven to be a failed experiment, such as this free sex idea. The idea that we should have multiple partners before we get married. The idea that we should spoil our virginity. There's like this intention to spoil your virginity. I think that if I had to do it over again, I would have waited to have sex. If I could counsel a young version of me, I would tell myself, don't rush into sex. Wait till you're married. And that sounds so lame. Because when you're 15, 16, it's just all about pussy. That's all you want. For some guys, that's all they think about for their whole lives. But there's been studies on this stuff. For example, virgins, guys or girls. You get a guy and a girl who are both virgins and they want to get married. They've never fucked each other, never fucked anyone. And they want to get married. That couple will stay together, statistically speaking, they have the lowest divorce rate out of any group, out of any segment of society. The virgins stay married, happily married forever. The lowest divorce rate. Even the studies talk about this. This is not my judgment or opinion. This is purely facts. The studies show that even one sexual partner, premarital sexual partner, even one, you fucked someone once, that's all you did. You just got laid once, and then you went and got married. I'd say that's pretty good. Statistics show that even one sexual partner before marriage raises the divorce rate, the chances of you guys getting divorced. People who have one sexual partner before they get married get divorced 10 times faster than the virgins. On the graph, it's ridiculously, if I knew how to do any kind of editing on these videos, I could flash the graphic up on the screen, but it's ridiculous, the difference, just between having one sexual partner and being a virgin, let alone someone like me. I've had lots of sex. Apparently, according to the statistics, I'm ruined. Divorce rates are interesting because they also say that not only virgins, but people who do not live together, and then they go get married, and then live together. So you've never lived with her, and you guys want to get married, and then you go get married, and then you move in together. That scenario lasts. People who have never lived together and get married, those marriages last. People who live together for a year or two before they get married, which sounds like very good advice. That's what most people would suggest to you. Don't just marry her, live with her for a year and see what you're getting into. Apparently that's terrible advice. That kind of philosophy of living with someone before you get married is a recipe for disaster according to all statistics. This has been studied for 30 years. It's so interesting because this goes opposite. This is totally opposite of all the advice I've been ever given. Single people are more prone to psychological distress. Single people commit suicide at a rate like 100 times more than married people. Married people very rarely, I mean, they do every once in a blue moon, but rarely commit suicide. All the suicides that happened in your town today, and there's a lot of suicides every day. I live in a small town. I know a guy who drives the bodies around for the morgue or whatever. If you die in this town, I know the guy who comes to pick up the body. He told me, and he's a dark doom and gloom motherfucker. Big giant guy too. He tells me that they pick up about 11 or 12 suicides a day, every day in this town. All single people. They're all single. Suicides are single people. The people that are getting prescribed antidepressants, I was watching a documentary about the harms of antidepressants. I have never taken antidepressants. A lot of you people may be on them. I'm not interested in that. But most of the people, not all, most of the people who are prescribed antidepressants in this country are single. The people that go to therapists and claim to have anxiety attacks, panic attacks, PTSD are single people for the most part. Married people have a better resiliency. They snap back from trauma better than single people do. I find this stuff fascinating. These are all very good reasons to have marriage and family as a core value. And I thought this one was probably the most important. That married people, they live longer, they live fuller, happier, healthier lives, underlining the word healthier, physically healthier. For some reason, being in a relationship, in a marriage, not just your girlfriend, a marriage makes you physically healthier, mentally happier. One of the reasons why it makes you mentally happier is because it gives you a sense of purpose and meaning to your life. Having a family gives you purpose and meaning. One of the things that people need to understand about relationships with this, about marriage, is that your serious relationship with your girlfriend is not marriage. That may be obvious to some of you, but there's some people out there that don't really get it. They think that marriage is nothing more than a license, and who cares? I don't need the government to be involved in my relationship with my girl, and they have this kind of belief. That's all hippie shit. You didn't find people before the 60s, the late 60s, doing these bullshit weddings where there's not even a fucking marriage license. It's just a couple people in the woods. I love you, baby. That wasn't done. Marriage was done in a church or a synagogue or a temple, and there was always some sort of third-party arbitrator, some sort of person there that was a licensed marriage person that was going to marry you. Your family was there. It's a ritual. Forget about this license bullshit. You guys complain, I don't need the government, and blah, 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 blah. All your fucking off-the-grid bullshit, conspiracy shit. Stop it with that. The point of getting married, and this isn't just my opinion. Jordan Peterson talks about this. All psychiatry. Go to any psychiatrist and they'll tell you this. The point of marriage is a ritual. The point of the ceremony is a ritual to profess to your woman, to God, or whatever you believe in, and to your family and friends that chick is mine. She's off the market. She's mine. And this marriage, it isn't just a relationship that you can just walk away from. When you get married, it's forever. I do not believe in divorce. The marriage is an institution. It's bigger than both of you. Some people just want to keep one foot out the back door and run off as soon as things get tough, and I've been that way. As soon as a relationship gets it all tough, I'm gone. See ya, fuck this. It's such an incredible weakness. It's a huge flaw. And it's a failure on my part. And if you're like me, it's a failure of understanding the value of marriage and of family. And I should probably cut the video short here. It's getting a little bit long. I have a couple other points to make, but just think about this shit, young guys. You young guys, think about marriage as a value system, as a goal. You may not have a girlfriend now. You may not even know when you're going to get a girlfriend or how you're going to get a girlfriend. But put marriage on your list. You're going to get married in the next 5 years. Every young guy out there watching this is going to get married in the next 5 years. Thanks for watching.